Hello, it's July 28th, 2020. I'm Scott Johnson, and this is Frogpants Plays Daily. Hey, you guys, check out this bad mistake I made in Shipbreaker. Hard space, Shipbreaker, although most people I hear just call it Shipbreaker. I've talked about this game a lot lately. I really like it, but here's a good example of screwing up pretty bad. Basically, I made that thing poop its engine out the back too fast, lost pressure inside the ship, and it caused a huge mess, and I ended up failing half the mission. So, here's a taste of that.
Please revisit your training.
Oh man, I love that game though. It is so chill. There are moments of intensity like that. For the most part though, it's like, yeah, taking these ships apart, making fat cash. What else do you want? In the news, Animal Crossing New Horizons has a new update. They will be adding dreaming and fireworks shows to it. A new update for Animal Crossing New Horizons will add these two new features, to the Nintendo Switch game, of course. Summertime fireworks shows and dreaming. This is something we all remember from previous games. The ability to visit other players' islands in a dreamlike state. The free update for Animal Crossing New Horizons will be released on July 30th. Fireworks shows will be available on players' islands every Sunday evening in August at 7 p.m. One would assume this will stay around for a annual event. Players will be able to take part in the ceremony by redeeming bells for raffle tickets in the plaza that will unlock various festive items. Nintendo says in their news release. Dreaming is also returning to Animal Crossing. In New Horizons, players will merely need to take a nap in a bed placed in their home. While dozing off, you may find yourself in a strange realm. Will you be greeted by Luna, says Nintendo. Luna offers visits to other islands as a dream, and with her help, you can share your island as a dream with others as well. I don't know why I'm reading it like this. She will grant those who share their island a dream address, which players can exchange and use to visit each other's island in a dream. Nintendo notes, importantly, that what happens in the dreams stays in the dreams. Nothing is permanent because nothing you do is ever saved, so explore to your heart's content, the company said. I love these updates. Keep them coming. Keep them free. This is great. This is how I want my Animal Crossing to be treated, as a game, as a platform. Just give me more. However, I will admit that now, since March, when it came out, I'm starting to feel Animal Crossing fatigue. Yee. And that happens, right? Any game, you play it long enough and you play enough of it, you're going to eventually sort of get sick of it and move on to something else. But it's the kind of game I don't want to move on from, so I hope Nintendo does more to keep things fresh. So what I'm saying is, make flying around to other islands easier than it is now, you cowards. Contra, the old arcade game, is getting its own board game. Yeah, that's right. Blacklist Games and Kess Company will launch a new board game based on Konami's Contra next year, that year being 2021. 34 years after the game originally debuted as a coin-operated arcade game, Contra later came to the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1988. Contra the board game is a co-op game for 1 to 4 players. Players will need to work together to defeat the Red Falcon Army. Each game, players will dodge hazards on the board and pick up new weapons, all to help defeat the boss. Players can also play cards to defeat enemies and clear some of the board's more dangerous areas. But Contra the board game operates on a timer, and commandos only have so long to defeat the boss. The game uses a combination of dice and cards, and players can use different card decks in combination to change their experience each time they play. It comes with 8 little miniature figs, 4 commando decks, 4 enemy decks, 4 stage decks, and 20 objective cards. Box also has these 5 hero dice blocks and 5 enemy dice blocks. There are also multiple boards to change the game's environment, and games can take anywhere from 45 to 120 minutes to complete. You can pre-order Contra the board game starting July 30th. Blacklist Games will launch the game in Q1 or Q2 of 2021. So this is a weird one, but it got me thinking. It's not that weird. Take an old nostalgic experience like an old arcade game and turn it into a board game of some kind. That's kind of a cool concept. I'm curious, if you email me or leave comments below, what you would choose as a good arcade or other video game to board game transfer. Like what actually would hold up in that regard. By the way, the box for this thing looks like an NES cartridge, which is pretty cool. So you can have lots of fun with lots of aspects of a physical card game based on one of your favorite arcade games. So leave me some ideas in the comments. Send me a couple emails, scott@frogpants.com. I'd love to hear. Part of me was like, yeah, something like Joust. And then I remembered they made a Joust tabletop game, board game. I played this game and it was weird, maybe a little too weird. So I don't know. Maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe don't make these. I don't know. I'm sure this will be great. Thumbs up, everyone, to our future of arcade to board game conversions.
Email.
We received an email today from Scooter Jimmy. What a cool name. Says this, Scott, you're destroying my wallet. You keep talking about games on Frogpants Plays Daily and your podcasts, and I keep buying the games. Don't know what the deal is. You like it, I buy it. What can be done for me? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Well, Scooter Jimmy, look, can I help it that I have great taste in video games? Can I help it? Can I help it that some people just need to be told what's good? I'm just kidding. Look, it just sounds like we have similar tastes. So that's awesome. I always look for people in the community who have a similar taste in games that I do. And I'd love to hear from them when they'll say, oh, dude, I found this new turn-based RPG you got to play or whatever. They find some kind of cool gem on Steam or on the Nintendo eShop or something like that. And I love that. So maybe I'm that for you, man. Embrace it. Give us a big hug. Big virtual hug. No, not too close. We got the corona. Well, I don't have the corona, but you might, or maybe you don't, but still, it's best to be safe. Now today of little consequence. Kind of a funny glitch happened to me in the new patch for Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which, by the way, got way better with this patch. They brought back your AI teammates, which I've talked about before. Well, I wanted to share with you a moment that kind of freaked me out. I was sitting in camp, saving, buying stuff, upgrading, crafting, that sort of thing. And this happened with the lady who's working for me. Check it out. Floating guns can be fun. Hey, that's going to do it for today's Frogpants Plays Daily. If you're trying to track me down, check me out at frogpants.com. Send me your emails at scott@frogpants.com. And leave your comments below. That'll do it. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then. A new update to Animal Crossing New Horizons adds the damn it. We received an email this week. It's not a week, it's a day, you dumbass. You keep talking about all the